Why are we talking about the Postal Service? It's emo as fuck. We all know it. Death Cab, also an emo band. Ben Gibbard is an emo artist. Ben Gibbard has said he doesn't want the Postal Service and he doesn't want to be considered emo. They turned down a tour with Dashboard Confessional because he didn't want to be associated with like the emo moniker at the time. And I had a lot of friends in high school who, when I said this is an emo band, Death Cab for Cutie, Postal Service is emo as shit, they're like, no, it's indie. And I'm like, what are we listening to here? What are we hearing? What are the things that are happening? And really, it's emo. It's emo as fuck. You can't avoid it if it is. The combination of the melancholy lyrics, soft vocals, acoustic guitars, electronic atmospheres, it's kind of something that like every band started adding in the 2000s. There were other bands that were doing it that were not like in the indie scene, that were more in the emo scene, but certainly like Postal Service came out at a time when a lot of other bands were starting to add a lot more electronic pieces into their music. One that we talked about a lot is AFI and how on Sing the Sorrow they added a lot of that. Jerry Finn, the producer, was adding a lot of electronics to a lot of the bands he was working with through the 2000s. I think there was something in the air around making electronic, melancholy, sad songs. You got to have some of that other piece in there. I think that because Such Great Heights was such a massive hit too, like was kind of everywhere, that a lot of people just heard it and said, oh yeah, we should do that. And then everybody went out and bought a synthesizer and started adding it to their music. A lot of bands that were pretty stuck in their ways as far as only these instruments, only guitars. You know, we don't want none of that stuff that like you just like press a button and music comes out. We want to like make sure we're the ones making it. And then, you know, it took off and they're like, we could do that. Yeah, we could do that. We could also do that. We could do that. Bands I think that were more directly influenced by Postal Service, Owl City, I Set My Friends on Fire. Come on. 21 Pilots. Come on. There's no 21 Pilots without Postal Service. And Chicago. Let's call them out. I Fight Dragons. Brand New Colony was my first experience with Nintendo Core. There's a lot of bands that did Nintendo Core. I Fight Dragons, the Chicago one. There's also a band called Horse the Band. They did it. I Set My Friends on Fire did some of that stuff. All I'm saying, Nintendo Core, dude.